Ram asked Lakshman, "My dear brother, what happened to you? You are such a veer, such a heroic warrior, soldier, and Indrajit's barn made you unconscious. You had said that you will not sleep for 14 years. How did you become unconscious? And that also in my lap." So Tulsidas ji, he is doing his Mangalacharan. The prayers you say in the beginning is called the Mangalacharan. It goes on for 50 pages. He offers his pranams to all the Avadvasis, the residents of Ayodhya. And why? Because they had darshan of Ram. He says they are so blessed. Now look, we are sitting here for the Ram Katha. And if any of you had Sakshat darshan of Ram, how blessed you would be. Those Avadvasis were in the Avatar Kal. Tulsidas ji says, for me they are venerable. I offer my pranam to them. And along with King Janak, I offer my pranam to all the Mithila Vasis. Somebody asked that why do you club them all together? He said, they are Advaitis, they believe in Ekatva, so I am putting them all together and offering my pranam to all of them. He then goes on to individually offer his respects to the Ram Darbar. This Ram Darbar consists of most astonishing personalities. After the battle in Lanka was over and Ram had returned and been installed as the king of Ayodhya. So at the time of Holi, Sita ji asked Ram, I would like to give something to everybody. Will it be appropriate for me to ask them for boons? Ram said it is an excellent idea. So Sita asked Bharath, what do you want? Bharath said, I want Akhand Prem at the feet of Ram. Each of them is expressing what is in their heart, what is dearmost to them. So Sita asked Mandavi, the wife of Bharath, what do you want? Mandavi said, I want Manobal, inner strength. So many things happened ever since I came to Ayodhya. We saw separation from Ram, Sita, Lakshman for 14 years. We saw the passing away of my father-in-law Dashrath. Despite all these things, we survived because of the inner strength. As the saying goes, when the going gets tough, then the tough get going. So Mandavi is saying, if you wish to give me one thing, give me Manobal. Sita asked Lakshman, what do you want? Lakshman said, I should never be separated from Ram. His affection is such that he wants the association of the Lord at all times. Please bless me with this boon. Sita asked Lakshman's wife Urmila, what do you want? Urmila said, what can I ask for? I have become the daughter-in-law of the Raghukul. I am so fortunate. I have had the opportunity to marry somebody which brought me into the Raghukul as the daughter-in-law. What else remains to ask for? I want nothing. Sita asked Shatrughna, what do you want? Shatrughna said, I should always have the association and service of Bharath. Shatrughna's bhav is das anudas, the servant of the servant. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when asked, who are you? He had given his introduction in this way. Naham vipro na cha narapater napi vaishyo na shudro naham varni na cha grihapater no vanastho yatirva kintu prodyan nikhil paramanand purnamritabdhe gopi bhartu padkamalayor das dasanudasa. He says, I am not a Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. Nor am I a brahmachari, grihasti, vanaprasthi, sannyasi. But that Sri Krishna, who is the master of the gopis, I am the servant of his servant. That is who I am. So Shatrughna says, I don't need the association of my Ishdev. If I have the association of his servant, I will be gratified. Sita then asked Shruti, Shatrughna's wife, what do you want? Shruti said, everybody asked for spiritual things. I want something material. When Ram, Sita, Lakshman returned, they were wearing the forest attire, the valkal, the bark of the trees. I want a little piece of that which I can preserve with me always, which will serve as a reminder of what had happened. The mistake that was made, which resulted in all these problems, so that this mistake never gets made again. So this is the Ram Darbar. Tulsidas ji says, I offer my pranam to Bharath. That Bharath saris ko Ram sanehi jag japu Ramu Ramu japu jehi. When Bharath was going to meet Ram in the forest, the Devtas, they had inspired the confusion. They had overturned the intellect of Kaikeyi and Manthara. So Indra thought, let me stop Bharath. When Narad ji said, Indra, don't make this mistake. Bharath's position is so high. The whole world says Ram, 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 Ram. They are engaged in devotion to Ram. And Ram takes the name of Bharath. That Bharath who is the model of sacrifice, selflessness and humbleness. Ram's jata increased in the forest, and Bharath's jata increased in the bhavan, in the palace. The palace made no effect on Bharath's consciousness. Ram was performing austerities in the forest. Bharath was performing austerities in Ayodhya itself. He said, when my Ishtadev is not sleeping on a bed, I cannot even sleep on the earth. He dug a pit and that is where he was sleeping. He then offers his pranam to Lakshman. And he says, Lakshman's feet are Sheetal Subhag. His charan are so cool. Now you say Lakshman took his feet into the forest and he was walking barefoot. So how can his feet be Sheetal and Subhag? Tulsidas ji says these were the feet that were always following Ram. Those are the feet that are venerable, that are always oriented towards the Lord. And I offer my pranam to that Lakshman. You all know that Lakshman in the Lanka Kand, he fainted. And he was then in the lap of Ram. And then Hanuman went to get the Sanjeevani. So later on, when they returned to Ayodhya, Ram asked Lakshman, "My dear brother, what happened to you? You are such a veer, such a heroic warrior, soldier. And Indrajit's barn made you unconscious. You had said that you will not sleep for 14 years. How did you become unconscious? And that also in my lap." Lakshman said, "My dear brother, I think you have got it wrong. What was I doing at that time?" Ram said, "You were in my lap sleeping." So Lakshman said, "What were you doing?" Ram said, "I was crying for you." So Lakshman said, "In that case, I was not sleeping. It was all your Leela. You knew that I had not slept for so long. You wanted to give me a little bit of rest. That is why you created this whole situation." So then Tulsidas ji, he offers his pranams to Hanuman. That Hanuman who tore his chest and revealed the form of the Lord Sita Ram within. So Hanuman, his devotion is full of simplicity. He takes the lowest position. And as the saying goes, if you wish to enter the kingdom of God, you have to be like a little child. Hanumanji once found Sita Mata has got sindoor on her head. So, being a brahmachari, he didn't understand. He asked her, "Mata, what is this? Why do you put the sindoor here?" Sita wondered how to explain it to Hanuman. She said, "It is very pleasing to Ram. That is why I put it." So the next thing she knew, Hanuman had gone and put it all over his body and come before Ram. So when they came to know, they asked, "What's going on?" Hanuman said, "Mata said this is pleasing to you, Prabhu. So if it is pleasing, then let me put it all over my body." So that Hanuman, for whom Ram said that, "Hanuman, you are twice of Lakshman," Tulsidas ji offers his respects to Hanuman. It is said, whenever the Ram Katha takes place, Hanuman always comes and sits and listens. And you don't even know in which form he may have come. By his Yog Maya, he can come in any particular form. So that is why all those who come and sit in the Ram Katha, any of them could be Hanuman. You must be respectful to all of them.
Light the flame of bhakti within during the sacred month of Kartik. JKYog presents Kartik Maas Bhakti Sadhana 30-day challenge. Relish daily Bhagavatam lectures. Absorb yourself in enchanting kirtans. Take advantage of daily seva opportunities. Participate virtually in jubilant festival celebrations at Radha Krishna Temple of Dallas, only on the free Radha Krishna Bhakti app, the world's first AI-powered Bhakti app, your one-stop spiritual companion. Download today, available on App Store and Google Play.